SMT Nation, we are back. Nation, in today's video, I want to do the first of a series of probably several videos that I'm going to make. But I want to give you guys the key takeaway from AT&T's Investor Day. So dated December 3rd, 2024, they hosted like a crap ton of people, these investor, market analyst people, and they hosted them at the AT&T Stadium in Dallas. And I got one key thing that sticks out in my mind from the entire 4-hour broadcast and conference. And I went ahead and I put the statement down here on the screen. AT&T is building the largest, highest capacity, lowest marginal cost converged broadband network in the US. That's my takeaway from this whole thing. I want to tell you guys something. I don't think that this thing exists. I actually think this statement is the equivalent of a unicorn, and it's not even real. Let me give you guys my position. Let me know if you agree or disagree with it. Drop me a comment. We can kind of get that discourse going down there in the comment section. Okay, so the way I want to position this, AT&T CEO John Stankey, pictured on the screen, is pitching this statement as the foundation of what the investors need to know about what they're doing at AT&T. The first thing mentioned in the statement is AT&T is building the largest. That costs a lot of money. That would be expensive to do. And of course, largest means larger than anyone else's. Larger than Verizon's, larger than T-Mobile's, larger than cable's, whatever. Highest capacity. Okay, so you want to have the highest capacity. So most bandwidth, largest amount of fiber, most, central offices distributed throughout the country. All the things that go with networking, right? Highest capacity. Those things, largest, highest capacity, are expensive, difficult, time consuming. Do you guys get where I'm going with this? The last piece here is lowest marginal cost. This is why I don't think this is actually a thing, and I think this thing is a unicorn. I think he's selling a pipe dream to investors. I don't think you can make the largest, highest capacity converged broadband network that's also the lowest cost marginal, right? So I think CEO of AT&T, John Stankey, is selling wolf tickets. I think he is over-promising. I think he is saying he's going to achieve something that actually isn't possible. They're exclusive. Marginal cost, lowest marginal cost means cheap. How have we seen AT&T moving for the last several years? They've been cutting a lot of corners. They have, in my opinion, lagged the industry in a lot of ways, specifically in wireless. But convergence includes wireless. And how has low cost paid off for them? They're 3 of 3. They're behind both T-Mobile and Verizon in their 5G network build. So how is this all turning out for him? One could argue they don't have the largest wireless network. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Maybe with the satellite piece with ASTS, it does something for them. Highest capacity, is it really higher capacity than Verizon's? Can we prove that? Do we know that as a fact? Lowest marginal cost, they sure have been moving that direction. So if I had to pinpoint one thing about this statement, what is AT&T doing? The lowest marginal cost? Maybe. The largest, highest capacity? I don't think so. And actually, I don't believe that this thing exists. I think this thing he's talking about here is a unicorn. You either have the largest, or you have the highest capacity, or you have the lowest marginal. I don't think there's any network builder or provider that can achieve all of these things, at least not in a converged broadband network, because that's wireline and that's wireless. There's not a shred of evidence that exists that AT&T has even emerged onto this. Their 5G network, by most metrics in terms of mid-band 5G, is 3 of 3. Their fiber network is pretty extensive, I'll give them that. But converged means both. They don't have that. Do I expect anything to change in the future? Yes, I do think their converged broadband network will get larger. I do think it's going to be high capacity. But to be the largest and the highest capacity and the lowest cost, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this thing exists. I don't know if they can do it. I don't know if anyone can do it. I think CEO of AT&T, John Stankey, is selling wolf tickets. Nice goals. I can respect it. I just don't think this thing exists. And there's no proof or evidence that AT&T can actually achieve this. More videos to come up as we dissect different pieces and parts from the investor conference. There's a lot of good things, but this is one I would have to say is definitely a head scratcher, and I ain't buying it. But what about you? What do you think? Sound off in the comment section below. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.